Imagine for a moment a universe draped in emerald light, a beacon of order, of justice, enforced by beings of indomitable will, their rings glowing with the purest green. Then, picture that light suddenly, violently, splattered with a sickly Huangsec glow. Not the comforting warmth of a sun, but the chilling, eye-watering yellow of a predator's gaze, or the sickly gleam of a warning signal you never wanted to see. This wasn't merely a new threat, it was a perversion, a dark mirror. This was the dawn of the Sinestro Corps War. For eons, the Green Lantern Corps stood as the primary guardians of the cosmos, fueled by the purest willpower. Their very existence was built upon the idea that courage and determination could overcome any obstacle, any fear. But one among them, once a celebrated, even revered Green Lantern named Sinestro, began to chafe under their benevolent philosophy. He saw the universe not as something to be guided, but something to be controlled. He believed that true order wasn't forged through will, but through fear, a primal, inescapable force that could bend any being to its master. Disgraced and banished, Sinestro spent his exile not wallowing in self-pity, but forging a weapon, an army, in his own dark image. He discovered the inverse of the green light, the yellow light of fear, and crafted rings that could harness it. He then sought out beings from across the galaxy, murderers, despots, monstrous creatures, beings who had mastered the art of instilling terror in others. These were not heroes or protectors, they were the terrifying dark reflections of the Green Lanterns, each chosen for their capacity to inspire dread. Among their ranks were fear-mongering dictators, galactic serial killers, and even a sentient plague. Their oath was chillingly simple. In blackest day, in brightest night, beware your fears made into light. Let those who try to stop what's right burn like my power, Sinestro's might. When the Sinestro Corps finally unleashed their full might, it was a cataclysm. They struck at Sector 2814, Earth, a symbolic heart of the Green Lantern Corps' influence, and then spread across the cosmos like a malevolent yellow wildfire. Worlds burned, populations screamed, and the Green Lanterns, for the first time in their long history, truly knew fear. Their rings, powered by will, were uniquely vulnerable to the yellow light. Suddenly, the very source of their power became a weakness against this terrifying new enemy. The conflict was brutal, uncompromising. Green Lanterns, accustomed to facing down galactic warlords and cosmic anomalies, now found themselves battling creatures that fed on the very terror they inspired. But the most insidious aspect of this war was not just the physical threat, it was the psychological one. Sinestro had designed his war to exploit the deepest fears of the Green Lanterns themselves. They were forced to confront their own anxieties, their personal doubts, their worst nightmares made manifest by the yellow light. Some faltered, some broke, but many, through sheer unyielding courage, found new resolve. The desperation grew so profound that it led to a monumental, heartbreaking decision on Oa, the Green Lantern Corps' home world. The venerable guardians of the universe, beings who had for millennia upheld a strict code against lethal force, were faced with an unbearable choice. To preserve life, to protect the innocent, they had to allow their lanterns to take life. They authorized the use of lethal force. This was a decision that reverberated through the very core of the Corps, a betrayal of centuries of tradition. It forever changed the nature of the Green Lanterns, staining their bright emerald with the grim reality of what it sometimes takes to maintain peace in a universe consumed by shadows. The war culminated in a devastating battle, a clash of ideologies and colors that tore through the fabric of space. Though the Sinestro Corps was eventually pushed back and their leader imprisoned, the victory came at an immense cost. The universe had witnessed the raw power of fear, and it had seen the Green Lanterns forced to compromise their oldest, most sacred beliefs. The lines between light and shadow had blurred, and the cosmos was left forever altered, forever scarred, forever aware that the spectrum of emotion could be weaponized. The Sinestro Corps War was more than just a battle. It was a cosmic reckoning, a stark reminder that even the most well-intentioned order can be challenged by its dark reflection. It demonstrated that while will is a powerful force, fear holds an equally primal, pervasive sway over living beings. And in its aftermath, the Green Lanterns, though victorious, was changed. Stronger perhaps, but forever marked by the difficult choices they made, forever navigating a universe now plunged into a broader war of light and shadow, where the emotional spectrum became a battleground for the very soul of existence. What are your thoughts on Sinestro's philosophy, or the Guardian's difficult decision? Share your perspectives in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the cosmos, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more explorations of the incredible stories that shape our fictional worlds. Until next time, stay curious.